All right. Happy Friday. What a week it has been. Hope you're feeling good and hopefully you've been moving a lot this week. The weather's really been fantastic for getting outside and moving as much as possible. So we're gonna do a little bit of release work and then we're diving into some super fun work today. So let's start just with taking a stance with your feet, sit bone distance apart, and just swinging those arms. And you can't really see it because my puppy's in the way. Scrunching those feet. So we're just getting some blood moving through those toes. So scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Get those arches moving. Double check. I'm going to double check. Can you hear me over there? All good? You can hear me over there? Make sure you let me know if you cannot. Plant those feet and let's circle the ankles. Chin up, chest open. While we're circling the ankles, let's circle the arms. And reverse directions with that first ankle. Now the other side, out, 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 and reverse, in. Getting that knee to move, pelvis fairly steady, just feeling that femur and foot and whole leg really moving. All right. So we're going to grab the foam roller and just kind of dive into just a little bit of release work here. So take a seat, and we're going to start with the calves up on the foam roller. Now, depending on what you've been up to this week, this might not feel like much of anything. Today is one of those days I'm feeling everything. So we're going to start with those legs, maybe sit bone distance apart, maybe shoulder width apart, but we're just rocking forward and back. We want to try to maintain a fairly neutral spine. So chin up, chest open. And then we're going to rock the toes to the right. So we're on the inside edge of the left leg and the outside edge of the right leg. And then we're going to rock it over to the left. Let your hips move as much or as little as you need to get into those sweet spots that just feel like they are appreciative of that stimulation, right? We're just trying to get some blood flow. Now, from here, we're going to bring the legs fairly back to parallel, and we're going to circle the ankles and try to articulate through the toes. You can do alternating timing or all at the same time. If you're extra coordinated, do one out and one in. Play with it. Get your brain firing. Get those toes waking up. Get those ankles moving while you're applying pressure to the back of the legs. Now, it can be higher in the gastroc. It can be down lower in some of the soleus fibers. Find those sweet spots that need just a little stimulation and a little friction, right, to get moving. Okay, so we're going to let that go. We're going to switch to the front of the lower leg. So now we're going to bring the shins to the foam roller. So remember that we're not really interested in rolling the tibia, the actual bone. We want to try to find a little more stimulation to the soft tissue on the outside front line of that lower leg. So find your all fours position and start with it just below the knees. And then you're just going to rock side to side. So just this motion, staying lifted through the ribs, long through the spine, heavy through the hands. We're getting some stimulation through the hip as well as those tissues on the shins or the lower leg. So from here, I'm going to stay shifted to the right, still lifted through the abdomen, and I'm going to roll, putting most of my pressure on the outside front line of my right shin. Now, if I want a little more, I can bring that left ankle over the right and roll across the top and outside front, just putting most of my body weight on that leg. Now, from here, I'm going to shift to the other side, left leg. Again, you can start with both shins on the foam roller or cross that right ankle over. Remember to breathe and take a break whenever your shoulders are asking you to take a break or any other part of your body. Now we're going to come back, rolling away from me. We're going to come back to that first side, and I'm going to find a spot that's a little sticky. And from here, I'm going to just circle that ankle around. So that right foot is moving around as I'm applying pressure to these tissues. Scrunch the toes, flex the foot, and then switch. So bring it to maybe middle of the left side, tibialis anterior area, and circle that foot around. Left foot. Pressure's on the left, and the movement is happening with the left foot. Excellent. All right. So now we have a little different awareness of what's happening from below the knees. We're going to take this up to the thighs. So we're jumping in to quads. So starting with the foam roller right up against those legs, I'm going to walk myself forward onto that foam. So the belly is lifted, the back is long, and then the legs are totally relaxed. So your toes are dragging on the floor or the mat. Adjust your arms as much or as little as you'd like. Now we're going to start with a rolling through the center front line of the thighs. And if this is too intense for you, please take a break and just breathe, or even get off the foam roller if you need. Trying to keep those legs parallel. We're going to find a gooey spot or a spot that needs a little extra love. And I'm just going to bend one knee, bend and stretch. Trying to feel heavy on that side of that thigh. And then the other side, soft through the neck and shoulders. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now from here, I'm going to bend both legs, and I'm going to let my feet start to rock a little bit side to side. Right in that area that's a little sticky. Now I'm going to let my feet rock to one side, and I'm going to roll up and down. So I'm getting the lateral line of my right leg and the medial line of my left leg with my feet drifted over to the right. So vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, oblique on the left. And now we're going to switch. Take the feet side to side. Again, lift it through the abdomen so that low back stays nice and long and supported. Now from here, feet are to the left. We're on the lateralis on the left and the medialis on the right. And just breathe. And you might find, depending on what's going on, you might find another spot where you need to wiggle those feet a little bit, wiggle those legs to undo some stickiness. Now, we can take a little circular roll pattern with the feet and then reverse. Circle those feet around as you roll up and down. Now from here, I'm going to set those knees down, sit back and just take a moment, stretch that foam roller out in front of us. We're going to lift the belly, curl the pelvis, roll up, and roll back down. So there's a little lift happening from the glutes and hamstrings. The belly is relaxed onto the thighs as the chest lifts here. And then we're going to lift that low belly, curl the pelvis, press down into the foam roller, lift those hips up, round the spine, and then back down. Inhale and exhale. Little spinal mobility. Last one. Exhale, rise it up. Very good. Now from here, we're going to jump into the hamstring, so going front to back, and then we're going to bring it into the inside and outside. So I'm going to turn to face you just a little bit, and we're going to start with the legs out in front of us. So I like to have, actually, I'm going to do it this way first. I like to have my foot on a slippery surface, so whether that's carpet or hardwood, just so that I'm not getting stuck on my mat. One leg is bent. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. We're going to send the sits bones back behind the foam roller. Now, if you have the range to try to maintain a fairly neutral and hinge to bring your hands to the mat or to the floor, fantastic. If not, just stay upright and hang on to the leg and the foam roller. Otherwise, hands to the mat, and we're just going to roll at the top of the hamstrings, the back of that right leg, as your hips go beyond the foam roller and then sit bone just barely comes up. We want to make sure that we are not putting pressure right on that sit bone. There's a bursa on that sit bone or around that sit bone that we don't want to irritate, and we don't want to irritate the attachment of the hamstrings there. All right, so from here we're going to rise up and switch to the other side. So I'm going to move my foam roller on a little diagonal. There we go. Left leg is out. Knees are bent. So right now I'm sitting right on top of the foam roller. To get to this release, I'm going to, or stimulation, I should say, I'm going to bring the sits bones back behind. And I did shift my weight to put a little more of my energy and focus on this left side. I want the left leg to be nice and relaxed. And then we're just going to roll here. Move my mat out of the way a little bit so I can get a little more range. So it just depends on what your balance feels like and how comfortable you feel, how low you go on that leg. All right, so we'll put that back. Now, we're going to dive into the outside line of the thighs and then the inside line. So I want you to come along with me. Just a little wake it up body, right? It's been a while since we've gone through this series. So we're going to bring that foam roller up against the left thigh, the right thigh, and the left foot's going to step forward. We're going to bring that left hand to the foam roller and reach the right arm out as far as you can. Laying the outside of your right side up against the foam roller just above the knee. You don't want it up high by the hip, you want it down low to begin. We're going to bring that left hand to the mat and then right forearm to the mat. Now in this position, I'm just going to open up my chest. Make sure my right shoulder feels comfortable with that. But look for that sense of neutral spine here. Now I'm just going to let that right foot slide out and back. Now this is pretty lame, right? It's that right leg is pretty relaxed and heavy on the floor. I'm not lifting it and really tensing the tissues. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to create a sense of softness as my body weight melts into this foam roller. Now I'm going to leave my leg straight and let that leg just relax. And I'm going to start to roll just a little bit. You might not find that rolling is possible today, and that's okay. This can be slow. You adjust your hands, your forearm, this foot to help support as much of your body weight as you need, as often as you need. One of the things you really want to be careful of is that side hip bone. You don't want to put body weight on the foam roller on that greater trochanter. You want to stay below it. Now, if you're up for it today, if you've been practicing, you can stack those legs. And just be mindful that you're not rocking back off of the sideline of that leg. Try to stay right through the side of that thigh. And then take a seat. Let's try the other side. But before we do, let's come up to those knees and let those hips shift side to side. Can you feel a difference? Can you see the difference? I just rolled this side, and this side is still a little tight. Ooh, it's a party. Not so much. It's a party. We need to find the party, right? So let's create a little party on that left side. So we've got the foam roller up against the left leg. Right foot comes forward. Right hand comes across. Left arm reaches out. I'm going to lay myself over that foam roller as my right hand comes to the foam. Left forearm comes down. Now, again, you can leave this hand on the floor or pick it up, you choose, but we're just going to sweep that left leg. Breathe. Make sure your neck and shoulders are happy here. If you need to turn your head down and let that neck relax and really focus on trying to find that sense of calm in your body, go for it. Now we're going to leave the legs stretched, still pretty relaxed, and we're going to roll up and down a bit. Now there is nothing anywhere, there's no rule book that says these two sides are going to be equal or even. Of course, we want to try to find as much balance between the two sides as possible in terms of strength and mobility. But we don't use the two sides evenly always. So really take the time to check in and assess where you're at. What are you feeling? Now, if you'd like, stack those legs chest open or just continue. You can do more knee bends. You can roll those hips forward and back. You can even just take the torso and find some rotation through the thoracic spine if you'd like. But I'm going to try some of that double leg roll and just try to be heavy and soft into that foam. Listening to the shoulders, taking a break whenever you need. And then let it come on down. Good. That should feel a little bit better. So from here, we're going to take our hips up on I'm going to finish some of this. So I'm going to start with the knees bent and the sits bones in front of the foam roller. We're going to shift onto the right side and cross your right ankle over your left. And we're going to take just a little stimulation, a little massage through the right glutes. Now again, we're trying to stay on the back of your bottom rather than the side of the hip. You don't want to put pressure on the side of the hip with body weight and gravity pushing down. Good. And then we're going to wiggle that thigh a little bit, rock it forward and back, finding a tight spot or a sweet spot in that hip. And then we'll do the other side. Right, I'm going to reset my foam roller. It's slid back a little bit. So from here, sits bones in front of the foam roller, left ankle over the right thigh, left hand comes back. I'm going to shift onto that left bottom. My right hand is supporting that left knee, and we're rolling. A little bit of activation in the belly to support the spine and your neck and shoulders, right? And just be heavy. Remember, the pace of your movement is totally up to you. Find that internal rhythm that feels good. It should feel soothing, like, rocking a baby. You don't walk really fast. It should be calming to your nerves. And then find one of the stickier spots and just be heavy and let that knee wiggle back and forth. I hope you guys are enjoying a little stimulation, a little foam roller treat before we get into the work. All right, so now we're going to work on up into those adductors. So I want you to take your foam roller parallel to your mat. You're going to come down into a kneeling forearm hover. So long body, open through the hips, forearms down, palms down, or hammer fist, you choose. Now your right leg is going to come up at a 90-degree angle or higher. We don't want it to be low. We want it up nice and high. Keep your left hip lifted. And you're just going to start with a little rolling side to side, bringing the foam roller down to the inside line of the knee and up maybe halfway up on the thigh. And then find the stickiest spot in that range, wherever that is, and just let your foot swing forward and back. Keep a little lift on that left side, neck and jawline soft, and then lift and lower that foot at different angles. You can pick it up, out to the side, and keep it all the way back, right? Now, I'm going to scoot a little closer to the foam roller, and now we're going to work a little higher up on those adductors. So we're going from the middle of the thigh towards the underwear line, towards that pelvic floor, and towards your pubic symphysis. Breathe, and again, find some sweet spots. Lift the belly to support that low back, and just kind of explore, if you can, move that knee up and down. Explore what you got going on in there. All right. Now we're going to take a full pass all the way up. So the left leg is helping to facilitate that range. All right. And we're going to come on down from there, and we're going to do the other side. Now I'm going to do it facing this way, even though my mat's not, just to be able to see you, or you can see me. So again, I'm in that kneeling, right? Kneeling all fours, kneeling hover plank, not all fours. Kneeling hover plank, and I'm going to bring that leg up to about 90 degrees. My right hip is still lifted. I'm trying to keep my pelvis and ribs square to the floor. And we're going to start with the lower half of that adductor on the left. Now, just check and make sure as you're rolling side to side that your bottom knee or your right knee is comfortable and comfortably tolerating this rocking side to side. Now, for me, these left adductors are so much more sensitive. So whether that is because they're tight or they got overused, I'm not sure yet. But this side, I'm definitely feeling more. So just assessing what's going on. Up and down, up and down. Find those sticky spots. Give a little roll with the leg in different angles. Now I'm going to come a little closer and get up on that foam roller all the way to the top of the adductors. And up here, I don't feel as much on this side. I feel more on the right side. Isn't that interesting? These little things that you learn about where your body's at today. All right, you can slide that knee up and down. You can come back down to the forearms if it feels comfortable. But getting a little friction is very helpful in letting these tissues warm up, giving them some increased blood flow and stimulation. So we're going to come on down from there, fix our mats to a point. There we go. All right. So we've done some good stuff for those for the lower body. So we're going to start to bring it into the upper body just a little bit. And I'm going to just take a quick check, make sure everybody's with me. Everybody can see me. It's all good. Awesome. Hi, guys. Great to see you. Okay. So from here, we're going to start with that foam roller right below the bra line or the lower angle of the scapula. So mid to low rib cage. Make sure you're not right at the bottom of the rib cage. We don't want to put pressure on those floating ribs and jam anything into our organs, right? We want to keep the pressure of the foam roller on the back of the ribs where they're nice and supported all the way through the cartilage. So from here, hands are going to come behind the head, elbows are going to come forward, and we're just going to open up. Easy does it. See how far your body goes today. Keep your elbows in your peripheral vision. Inhale and exhale, scoop it forward. And again, inhale it back and exhale, draw it forward. One more time, opening up through that chest and exhale, draw it forward. Now lift those hips and let's rock back and forth on the back of those ribs. So you're going to bring the foam roller close to the top of the ribs and then towards the bottom of the ribs. Adjust your feet as you need. Good. All right, now we're going to set that foam roller down back where it started, just below those shoulder blades. My knees, hips, ribs, and shoulders and head, we're all going together. We're going to roll to the right, across the lats, and then over to the left. And depending on what you've been up to this week, you might feel that plump or plump as you roll across those lats. But let everything come with you to begin. And again, over and back and over and back. Now I'm going to take it over here, and I'm just going to sweep this arm. So I'm not really moving the ribs, but I'm moving the arm, right? Inhale and exhale. Hollow through the abdomen, chin up, chest open, soft through the left shoulder, and back through center, and taking it over to the left side. Let that left arm come in front of you. Inhale it up, exhale it down. Inhale it up, exhale it down. Inhale it up, exhale it down. Inhale it up, hand to the head, and bring it on back. Now, I'm going to reset. I must have a slippery shirt on today. So from here, I'm going to lift my hips just a little bit. So again, the foam roller is in the middle of my shoulder blades at the moment. So it's just a little higher than that lower angle. Chin is up. I'm going to take a side bend. So we're activating a side body, keeping the eyes looking to the sky, but staying heavy on that foam roller. So this is a little more of that friction stimulation for these tissues in the back body as we wake up lateral flexion in the spine. Inhale, exhale through the center. Inhale, exhale through the center. I hope this makes sense to everybody. And exhale through the center, set it on down. Once again, lay back and curl. Now this should feel way easier, way gooier. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Now from here, we're here. We might as well jump on in, right? Upper body is supported by the foam roller. Hands are out nice and long. Let's pump. You can choose to be in a C curve or in a neutral. Find your sweet spot and we pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg long, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set it down, keep breathing, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg out and low. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set it down, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg up to meet it, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg long, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And both legs reach, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep your pressure down into your foam roller. Notice the legs came a little higher, because I need to be able to keep pushing back into that foam roller. You should feel those abdominals saying, good morning, happy Friday. Isn't it great to be alive? Knees into the chest. And then rock it on up. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. Now, from here, we dove in, right? The stimulation and release part is complete for the moment. Let's dive deeper into the work, shall we? So set your foam roller parallel to your mat, right in the center as best as you can. Scoot those hips all the way to the front edge and make sure you've got lots of foam roller to roll back onto. Inhale at the top. Stretch those arms. Keep them on your thighs or keep them on the floor. You choose what kind of balance assistance you need. We're going to curl and roll down one vertebra at a time. Sweep those arms overhead and around. Inhale. In your hundreds, curl, and exhale. Roll it up. Press down into that foam roller to rise back up. Again, use whatever assistance with your hands you need. Curl the pelvis. Open up those hip flexors. Find length. Open chest. Inhale into your hundreds, curl, and exhale. Roll it up. Hopefully that one was a little better. And again, curl. Down we go. Open them up. Open chest. Inhale and exhale. Roll it on up. Sitting tall. A little twist, twist, and a little twist, twist. Roll it halfway back. Now, if you can, if your tailbone will allow, lift your heart. Chest open. Look for a little more of a neutral. Again, only if your sacrum and tailbone are comfortable in this position. Otherwise, stay in that seeker. From here. Twist, whoa, twist, twist, and twist, twist. Again, right. See if you can tap that foam roller. And right and left. Are you twisting easier to one side than the other this morning? I know I am. Gotta wake up those rotators in my spine and free up a little more mobility through that mid-back. Here we go. Roll it on down. Circle those arms overhead. Now, let's lift the chin just a little bit. Make sure you've got some natural curvature to that cervical spine. Let those forearms come down and assess. Do you want to work in a neutral? Do you want to be in an imprint or somewhere in between? Where is your happy spot for your back today? Forearms down, right leg up. Left leg comes up to meet it. Shoulders wide, hollow through the abdomen. Inhale to prepare. Just a single leg tap. 1 for 4 and 2. And 3, and 4, left leg, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to alternate and take it into a single leg stretch. 1, 2, 3. Folding that knee even closer to the chest as you can. Keeping the forearms down, chin up, chest open. Challenge that low belly to stay in control. No movement with that lumbar spine. No movement with the pelvis. 2 more. Excellent. Fold those knees in. Set those feet down. Now, open the arms out to the side and feel that chest expansion. Exhale. Squeeze those palms together. Open them out. Inhale. Grow wider through the front body. Let those ribs stay connected to the foam. And then squeeze it together. 1 more. And exhale. Now, hands together, squeezing into each other. We're going to nod the chin, round and roll forward, reach. 1, squeeze them together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep reaching. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now take it to the outside of the thighs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands down, head down, legs float up. How are we doing? Hanging in there, right? Stretch those legs nice and long. Now, one leg lower, staying stable and square through the hips, hollow through the belly. Switch with a pulse. 1 with a pulse. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Chest open. 6, chin up. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Both legs straight up. Flex the feet lower down and point and sweep up. And flex and lower down for 2. And point and sweep up. And lower down for 3. Now, we're really working in the range that keeps our body. Sorry, 1 second. Honey, not right now. You can do it later. All right. Stretch those legs to the sky. Here we go. Scoop through the abdomen. Lower down. We're working in the range that you can stay organized. So your low back is not going to pop, and your belly is not going to let go. You're staying in control. Inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up. All right. Bend those knees and set those feet down. Let's just take a little side to side rock. All right. We're going to pour ourselves off to the right and come all the way down. Knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Hands to the backs of the thighs and rock yourself up. So the foam roller is off to the side now. And we're going to focus on a little bit of mobility with that spine and take our rolling like a ball. So knees into the chest, shoulders down, elbows wide, hollow, rock it back, and roll it up. Now you keep rolling like a ball. I'll go right down. You know, sometimes we just got to be mom. Got dogs on the counter. All kinds of fun adventures. Here we go. Now, take that rolling like a ball all the way down. Grab your foam roller. Slide it underneath those hips. So feet come to the floor. You're going to roll those hips up and set your sacrum on the foam. Chin is up, chest is open. Hands can rest on the foam. Again, make sure that your low back is not sitting on it and your bottom isn't dropping on the other side. So it's really underneath your pelvis and you're able to stabilize. Hi, buddy. All right, float those legs up to tabletop. Here we go. Challenge those abdominals to stabilize that neutral spine. Chin up, chest open, and we take single leg stretch. Top leg kicks up. 1, 2, 3. Now helicopter legs. Around and pulse. Around and pulse. Pulse. Around and pulse. Pulse. So this is inner thigh to pull to the midline. Around and pulse. Pulse. Around and pulse. Pulse. You can bring that top leg farther back. As long as you're not rounding your spine too much, keeping energy, supporting that bottom leg. We don't want it hanging off of your psoas. Last one. And hold here. Left leg is long, right leg bends. Can kick it. 1, 2, 3. From here, flex and switch just straight, single straight leg stretch with the pulse. 1, 2, 1, 2. Reaching through the heel. This should feel a little bit more like a stretch for that top leg. Every time it pulses, up and up and up and. I'm a little more anchored on this right side because there's a dog there. Holding that arm down. Last 2. Both legs up. Now, can we take that double straight leg stretch again? Stabilize the spine. Don't let the back arch. Let's point the toes as we lower down. Flex and inhale up. Point. Lower down. Find length. Flex and drive it up. Point and lower down. Flex and rise up. Inner thigh. Squeeze to the midline. Inhale. 2 more. Inhale up, shoulders wide. Long neck, chin up, chest open. Eyes looking straight to the sky. Last one. Hold it here or wherever you can stabilize. Inner thigh beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fold it in. Now allow your spine to round as long as that's comfortable for your back. You're not putting any discs at risk at the moment. Slide that foam roller out. And now we're going to place the feet on the foam. Are you ready? Yes. Are we ready, Ace? Yes, we're ready. Okay. So, heels lined up with your sits bones. Roll that foam roller as close as you can to your hips to find comfort in your knees, but really to work on finding those glutes. Right, the farther away, we're gonna recruit the hamstrings more. So the closer, let's get into that back side. Here we go. Chin up, chest open, shoulders wide. Inhale. Let's curl the pelvis, round and rise up. Find the top of that bridge. Chin up, shoulders wide. Long spine, ribs and hips are working together. Right, not expanded, but a nice long line. We're gonna march. Right, left. Looking for that strong, stable lumbopelvic region, pressing down through the arms. Long neck, make sure you feel that breath freely moving in through the nose and out through the mouth. Not letting that foam roller roll away. Now, your right leg is up. I'm going to can kick it. 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Thread your needle, rotate and pick it up. Thread your needle 2 and pick it up. Thread your needle 3, rotating from the thoracic spine, right? And kick it up. Flex and tap, kick it up. 1 and 2 and 3. Bend it. Sweep the arms overhead. Roll down through the spine. Oh, that felt great. Stretch those legs long. Inhale the arms in front of the chest. Round and roll up. One vertebra at a time, peeling off the mat. Now look for a spine stretch. So lift of the belly, ears between the biceps. Opening up through that upper back, roll up to sit tall. Here we go. Point the toes, roll it down. Bend those knees. Walk that foam roller nice and close. Adjust your wardrobe as you need. Here we go. Chin up, chest open, hands down. Curl, rise up. Find the top of that bridge. We march, left leg leads. Left leg up 1 and 2. Chin up. Keep that breath moving. Keep those hips high. If you can, maybe even bring your hands to your hips. Double check. Are they rocking, right? Is there a dip happening with every lift? No way, Jose. Pick them up. Keep them square. And remember, if you need more connection to that upper body, push those elbows down, make hammer fists. Now, left leg stays up. Let's can kick it. 3, 2, 1. Now, thoracic rotation. Let the ribs go with the hips. Shoulders stay square. Chin stays up. Cervical spine is steady and square. Kick it up. 1. Thread it through. Kick it up. 2. Rotate hips and ribs. 3. Flex and tap. 1. Kick it up. 2. Open up that hip flexor. 3. Up. Set it down. Arms overhead. Roll down through the spine. Stretch those legs. Inhale in front of the chest. Nod the chin. Roll up and over. Ooh, and find that stretch. Give a little wiggle. Feeling good? Hopefully. Now, let's just take that foam roller out in front of us. And we're going to place it in between the feet. Now, it can be in between the balls of the feet, the arches, the ankles, whatever feels good. But I'm going to really work to keep my legs parallel, not turned out. So toes pointing up, thighs pointing straight up, even though they're in that abducted position. Sits bones plant, arms up. And we're not going to do the twist of the arms yet. So we're just going to twist the spine and twist the spine. Twist the spine, come up and over that imaginary cactus. Bring it up and switch. Twist the spine, come up and over, lift that waistline and up. Here we go. Can you reach beyond the foam roller? Can you reach to the pinky toe, or just anywhere on the foam? Explore what have you got today. Twist and reach and up and center. Twist and reach. Remember to keep that opposite sit bone grounded and reach and up. Now, if you'd like to add some rotation, to the arms. Now's your chance. Feel that lift through the waistline, up and over, and center, and twist, reach, up, and center, and twist, reach, and center. Both arms forward. Plant those sits bones. Come up and over, and back up. Now comes the fun part. Are you ready? Set those forearms down and pick up that foam roller. Woo, can. 1, 2, 3, hold it there. Whoops. Make sure it doesn't fall down on your head. From here. Now, we're going to take right side tap and left side tap. Chest open, right side tap, rocking from one side of the sacrum to the other. This is a long diagonal reach with those legs. One more on each side. Right side tap and left side tap, forcing those adductors to work in a way and a range that they haven't in a while, perhaps, right? Now, take a seat up, give a little wiggle. We're going to take that foam roller back, and I'm going to scoot your butt just a little bit, AC. There we go. All right. Just a second. Just a minute. I'm filming live right now. Thank you so much. Wow. It's a busy Friday morning. I just got some eggs from a good friend. All right, so here we go. So grateful for these wonderful people in my life. Okay, so we have the foam roller underneath the knees. We're going to tuck those toes. Tuck toes underneath, shins on the foam. We're going to walk the hands out and find that quadruped. So give yourself a few shoulder rolls, lift through the belly, and zip up those inner thighs, knees, ankles, and toes, and heels, everything together. Here we go. Sternum forward, pull them in and up, and 2. Chest open, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Now lifting that waistline, right? Now my right leg is going to extend. You can point the toes or flex the foot, whatever helps you to feel more connected. Point of the toes is going to help you lift perhaps a little more through the belly and curl the pelvis. Flexing the foot is going to help you connect to that back line a little bit more and feel some more of the glutes holding that leg up. So choose what your body's in need of, right? Here we are. Fold that left knee in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees down. Zip them to the midline. Reset that foam as you need. Now, before we do the other side, we're going to come down to those forearms. Chest open, chin up. Inhale to prepare, and we're going to fold both knees in right here. In and up, 1, and 2. Open chest, lifting that waistline. 3, 4. Lift the belly. And up. And pushing that floor away with both arms. One more. Excellent. Come back up to those hands. Let's set the feet back and take a little breather. Roll it on up. And now, Ace is going after the fresh eggs. So I got to get those out of his way. Sweetheart. Okay. So back to that foam roller. Knees on. Hands down. So we're back in that quadruped. We're going to extend the left leg. So bring that sternum forward. Left leg out. Now, you might choose to point the toes or flex the foot, and it might be different than what you did on the other side. Remember, our two sides don't automatically work the same. So we got to focus and find what our bodies needs. So from here, I'm going to reach through that heel and fold the right knee into the chest. Here we go. 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Set it on down. Tuck those toes. Sit back and breathe. Now, we're going to take those forearms down one more time. Hold those knees in, but I'm going to add a little twist. You can choose to add the twist or not. You can skip it and just stay square. Find what feels good. It's Friday. Enjoy the day. It's your Friday. Here we go. Forearms down. Long spine lifted through the belly. Inhale to prepare. Inner thigh stays up. So balls of the feet, heels, knees, inner thighs. Here we go. I'm going to twist my knees to the right as I fold up and open chest in that square hover. Now twisting the knees to the left, keeping everything glued into the midline. Up. Remember, it's a lift of the hips. And if you also remember, we rolled out that tibialis anterior line. This is very similar area that you're rolling on the foam. Up and pick up those hips. Push the floor away from you. Feel that side body light up. One more. And open. Set those knees down. Rise up. And give yourself a little wiggle. Everybody feeling good? Take a moment. You can sit back on those feet or up on your knees. You choose. But we're going to circle the arms up. We're going to take just a little side bend one direction and the other. Circle the arms open. Bring those hands back. Open up the chest. You can do palms together or keep them separate. Knuckles towards the floor. And just let your head move. Make sure that those ribs aren't splaying forward, right? Knit them in. Knuckles to the floor. Head right and left. Keep that breath moving. Ear to the shoulder. Oh, it feels good. All right. Now, it's time for a little more extension work. If you know your shoulders don't appreciate that overhead range, don't use the foam roller. Just let your hands slide on the floor. Hopefully, your surroundings are slippery enough that your arms can move freely. I'm going to use the foam because it feels good in my shoulders today. So we're going to start. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to swirly mat today. Legs are going to start, feet are going to start mat width apart. So this is a wide position. And we're going to extend that foam roller out. And I'm going to set my forearms on it because I know that I've got lots of range here. And I want to come up really high. High for me. If you know that you've only got a certain range, that is only going to require a smaller distance of your forearm. Start with the foam roller closer to your wrists, okay? I'm going to start a little closer to my elbows. Now, legs are going to be parallel. Even though they're wide, parallel. Lift through the belly and plug ASISs and pubic bone into the mat. Elevate the shoulders, depress the shoulders. Elevate and depress. One more. And depress. Now we're going to raise our gaze. Let the eyes lead the way. And then I want you to imagine you're lifting through the crown of the head towards the sky. The eyeballs are still looking up, but we're not going to throw the head back. We're going to lengthen, right? Can you see the difference of this and this? Hopefully. All right, try to embody that, right? Along with the eyes. Here we go. Shoulders up, shoulders down. Raise your gaze. Arms start to press as you roll into that foam roller. Rise up and then lengthen down. Palms face each other and lower your gaze. So let's again elevate the shoulders, depress the shoulders to a degree, right? Not lock down. Feel them turn on. Feel them activate those depressors. Now we're going to raise our gaze. We're going to start to feel that thoracic spine extend. So the ribs are staying connected to the abdominals. Now, with the belly lifting, we're going to press down into that foam roller, rise up, find that sense of length through the crown of the head, and maintain that length as we roll back down, and bring it all the way down. Now, from here, we're going to rise up halfway, turn the palms to face each other, float those legs up, right? Now, just flutter kick, no movement in the torso, stable pelvis. Can you bring the legs closer together, create more length, draw them into the midline? Can we rise up just a little bit more? Excellent. Draw into the midline, lift through the abdomen, set those ribs back down and find length. Extend the thoracic spine. Float your right arm up and down. We're still flutter kicking. Left arm up and down. Now legs come back wide and set down. Energy through the toes. We are going to rise up to the top of your swan and rock it. Are you ready? Strong, long legs out through the toes. And up. 2. Eyes stay lifted. 4. One more. Up. Good, well done. Give a nice little wiggle. Good stuff, huh? Good stuff, Ace. All right. So from here, set that foam roller off to the side. We're going to bring those knees back to the midline. Bring the hands back to the hips. Press up and just take a little circle with those hips. 2 or 3 in each direction. And fold it on back. Send your hips to the left and your hands to the right. And then your hips to the right and your hands to the left. One more breath. And then back to center and roll it on up. Everybody feeling good, hopefully? Now, we're going to leave that foam roller off to the side. And we're going to take a little Cleopatra. All right? So from here, I'm going to set my left foot towards the front edge of my mat and my right foot back behind. Notice my toes are tucked because I'm going to swivel around. My right hand is close to the front edge of my mat as well. And I'm going to start sitting tall. And I'm going to take a little shoulder roll. So feel, where does that movement come from? Your sternoclavicular joint, right? Collarbone's gliding around. Scapula is gliding around. And that whole arm, all the way down into the hand, is responding to the positional changes happening up high in the shoulder girdle. Now from here, I want you to, almost like you're palming a basketball, right? I want you to feel the palm of the hand, the fingers, everything kind of light up in that right hand. Inhale to prepare. Really energize that grip and press into the floor. And as we exhale, you're going to draw a rainbow with your left arm, right? Lift your heart up and over, swivel, and reach to that back ankle. So left hand to right ankle, pressing with that right arm, so not collapsing, but pushing. And then circle up and over and lower back down. Remember, that right toe is already tucked and beveled forward, if you will. Here we go. Sink into that shoulder. Feel the length on that right side body. Connect it. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. Reach for it. Push with that right side. Circle that arm up and over. And come back down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. From here, walk your hands to a full plank. We're going to take one push-up. Right leg up. Point the toes. Pulse. 1, 2, 3. Into the nose. And out. Into the nose. And out. One more. And out. Set it down. Tricep push-up. Soften the knees. Tap and tickle the floor. 2, 3, 4. Feel those sits bones. Reach straight back. And 6. Hop it forward. Take the hands to the left. And get yourself set for set of 2. Right? So we've got left hand towards the front edge of the mat. Right foot towards the front edge of the mat. Left foot tucked and beveled. Circle that shoulder. Feel the collarbone moving from your sternoclavicular joint. Scapula gliding. Excellent. Now really energize all of the joints through that left arm and hand and fingers to stabilize, right? To respond, not lock out. Here we are. Inhale. Exhale. Swivel up and over. So my right hand is reaching towards the left foot. I'm not sinking into that left shoulder. I'm really going to push it far away. Long neck, long spine. Sweep that right arm up and over. Lower those hips. And find your Cleopatra. Give me a little length through that left side. And then press again. Inhale. Exhale. Up and over. Swiveling those feet. Lifting through the waistline. Reaching for that foot. Up and back. Inhale from here. Exhale, up and over. Bring those hands to your full plank. Chest open. Left leg up. Point the toes. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. I forgot the push-up. Down and up. Now, left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Lean into the nose. Stretch it long. 2. Stretch it long. And stretch it long. Set it down. One more push-up. And we tap. 6, 5, 4, 3. I stay lifted and forward. 2. Chest wide. Now, give a little tickle. Hop. Excellent. Now we find that crouch. Fingers to the floor. Extend those hips. Breathe. Give yourself a little wiggle in those shoulders. Soften the knees. Roll it on up. Circle the arms out and up and out and down. Now we're just going to finish with a little swinging. I know we're cutting it close. So bend those knees, arms up. We're going to swing and switch to each side, shifting your weight around and up, around and up, around and up, around and up. Now, we were shifting in the direction that we were twisting. Now let's do opposite. Shift away and twist in opposition. And straight and inhale. One more each side. And up. Walk those feet together. Let's find our Pilates V. Stretch those arms long. Lift through the belly. Can you lift those heels and pump? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, 5. This should feel fantastic, you guys. We're pumping through those hundreds. Strong, straight arms. Really challenge your balance with big pumps. Keep those heels lifted, inner thighs zipped, and pump your way into your weekend. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed a little more buoy restore stuff for your body at the beginning of class. I miss you. I hope to see you soon. Stop by Midtown. Come and see me. We're live. We're outside. We're safe. It's wonderful. Take care, you guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much.